The book I'm doing a review on, that's the one I'm reading now, sorry. It's called Christopher's Diary, Secrets of Foxworth. So this is the one I'm doing the review on right now. This one is the one that I'm reading. That was 6 months ago. Yeah, 6 months ago. I said back then in July that I was going to be reading this book. I got this book from a site called thriftbooks.com, and they have older books that you may not be able to find anywhere. So I'll put the link down below. Anyway, this book, oops, before I get into it, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to read to you a little bit about it. If you watch my last review, I read the same thing, so I'm reading it over again. I broke my glasses, so okay. It says, "The flowers in the attic haunt a new generation. The discovery of Christopher Dollanganger's diary in the ashes of Foxworth Hall, where he and his siblings were kept prisoner decades ago, now captivates one young girl's imagination and sparks a dangerously forbidden passion." Kristen Masterwood's mother was distinctly related to the notorious Foxworth family, but she died when Kristen was a child, leaving her daughter to wonder how the ancestral link might affect her. Now that Kristen is the sole possessor of Christopher's diary, the story of the burnt-out estate has her enthralled. Watching Christopher and his sister Kathy's forbidden love blossom is overwhelming, and shocking revelations about the family are more potent than she ever could have imagined. And when her boyfriend urges her to give in to desires as tempting and dangerous as those from the attic, the twisted world of the Dollangangers becomes Kristen's own burning obsession. Okay. Now, it did not take me 6 months to read this book, but it probably took me about 5. And I say that because, honestly, this was the worst book that I have ever read by F.C. Andrews. I know she died some years ago, and who's ever writing for her, this wasn't it. I did not find this interesting. It did not capture my attention. But the one before that and most of her other books, they're so good to me that, I mean, it's like page turning after page after page after page. This one, I had to literally coax myself into reading this book. I don't know what happened with this one, but it was so dry and drawn out and long. It was just, it did not hold my attention. I was so happy when I was finally finished with this book. Now, I'll just say this. When I finally became interested in this book, it was probably the last, let me see. Wait. I think it was the last. Oh, I'm reading something else. Never mind. It was the last like the last 1, 2, 3. The last 4 pages of the book was the best in this entire book. And this book was 300 plus pages. So it was basically Christopher and her boyfriend. I can't even remember his name now. Not Christopher, excuse me. Kristen and her boyfriend. What's this child's name? It's been so long since I read this. I can't even remember. I don't remember her boyfriend's name. But they started reenacting scenes from the diary, of Christopher's diary. And basically Christopher's diary has inserts, has inserts from the original Flowers in the Attic book. So if you read that one, you would see scenes from that in Christopher's diary. So they started reenacting stuff, going up in the attic and putting on nightgowns and stuff and wigs and shit and stuff, and just tried to reenact. But there's really not too much I can say about this book because I didn't like it. It was one of those books where you just have to read it for yourself because it just wasn't interesting to me. So sorry I couldn't give you anything else, but that's pretty much it. This book is called Christopher's Diary, Echoes of Dollanganger, and it was written in V.C. Andrews' name. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm not exactly sure what my next book is going to be, which I do know, but I can't think of the name of it right now, and it's not in the room with me right now. So I will put that at the end of the video. Anyway, that's that. So guys, yeah, I would give this book a 1. And the only reason why it gets a 1 is because it has V.C. Andrews' name on it. That's it. So guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Talk to you guys later. Take care. Be good. Try to be good. But if you can't be good at it.